This is Larry Jordan, the host of the Digital Production Buzz. The following interview is an excerpt from a recent program. To hear the entire program, visit digitalproductionbuzz.com. Cirina Catania is the supervising producer for The Buzz and a highly respected and very productive filmmaker in her own right. Recently, she attended the SMPTE Student Film Festival screenings where Andre and Jonathan won their Best of Show award. Hello, Cirina. Good to see you again.
Hi, Larry. How are you?
I am doing great. You know, I was thinking that you were at the SMPTE screenings where our two guests won their award. What were your thoughts watching all these student films?
The enthusiasm in the audience was amazing. These filmmakers, young filmmakers, had come as far away as Ecuador, Canada, United Arab Emirates. It was amazing how enthusiastic they are, and that's rejuvenating for us, too.
What was it that impressed you the most?
The DSLR generation has really taught students how to film well. Visually. The visuals are very, very good in these films. I was also impressed with some of the special effects and some of the mock-ups that were used in the film. Lighting was good. Editing was surprisingly good. And I was also surprised that a lot of these schools are teaching on Avid.
What was it that needed the most work?
I think it was sound. It was sound. They need to listen to your recent webinars on sound, Larry. There were some sync problems, probably having to do with the DCP that was made on the other end, or I don't know if the schools made them ahead of time or if they were made by SMPTE. Something happened with the DCPs, and so there were sync problems. I would advise anybody who's screening a film in a public venue to first find out how it's going to be projected and make sure that your specs are going to be top-notch and you're not going to have any problems technically. Because if the sound isn't good, it's very distracting. Some of the films were very good in terms of sound, but others, they even admitted it in the Q&A that they needed to learn a lot about the sound. They weren't mixed. The levels were uneven, and in the room it sounded very tinny. It was sometimes hard to understand what was being said.
How about the storytelling? Was the storytelling okay?
Actually, that was my next point. Story is a big problem for some of these films. Even a 30-second film, especially the 30-second film, has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's got to have a payoff. You need to know who the good guys are, who the bad guys are, who you're rooting for, and you need an ending. And some of these were technically wonderfully interesting, but the story was lacking.
So what was the key takeaway that you've got for student filmmakers? What can they learn from these films?
I would say get a mentor who is not one of your teachers, but a mentor who's in the industry and is working as a pro so that you can ask them questions outside of the box and get a really high-level feedback for your projects. It really does make a difference. And I watched the men and women in the room who are professionals who have been working for many, many years, and they're very interested in helping out. You can always find somebody who is from an older generation who's been around for a while and is willing to spend some time helping you to learn things that you may or may not learn in school.
Cirina, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again. Look forward to seeing what else we've got planned for the rest of the show.
Thanks, Larry.
If you'd like to see more videos like this one, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. To stay connected and receive updates from The Buzz, sign up for our free weekly newsletter now. Or you can learn more about us on our website. And thanks for watching The Digital Production Buzz.